Uspap Page 20. Standard 2. Real property appraisal. Reporting the results of a real property appraisal. An appraiser must communicate each analysis, opinion, and conclusion in a manner that is not misleading. See also FAQ 242 comment. Standard 2 addresses the content and level of information required in a report that communicates the results of a real property appraisal. 304 Standard 2 does not dictate the form, format, or style of real property appraisal reports. The form, formal and style of a report are functions of the needs of intended users and appraisers. The substantive content a report determines its compliance. Standards Rule 2-1 Each written or oral real property appraisal report must a. Clearly and accurately set forth the appraisal in a manner that will not be misleading. B. Contain sufficient information to enable the intended users of the appraisal to understand the report properly. And C. Clearly and accurately disclose all assumptions, extraordinary assumptions, hypothetical conditions, and limiting conditions used in the assignment. Standards Rule 2-2 Each written real property appraisal report must be prepared under one of the following options and prominently state which option is used. Appraisal report or restricted appraisal report. 28 comment. When the intended users include parties other than the client, an appraisal report must be provided. When the intended users do not include parties other than the client, a restricted appraisal report may be provided. The essential difference between these two options is in the content and level of information provided. The appropriate reporting option and the level of information necessary in the report are dependent on the intended use and the intended users. An appraiser must use care when characterizing the type of report and level of information communicated upon completion of an assignment. An appraiser may use any other label in addition to, but not in place of, the label set forth in this standard for the type of report provided. The report content and level of information requirements set forth in this standard are minimums for EACYPE of report. An appraiser must supplement a report form, when necessary, to ensure that any intended user of the appraisal is not misled and that the report complies with the applicable content requirements forth in this standards rule. Techebing a copy of an appraisal report or restricted appraisal report in order to satisfy DISIASOR requirements does not become intended user of the appraisal unless the appraiser identifies such Perry as an intended user as part of the assignment. Minimum. Onenlin 12, use of